Why? It's Terrence Gangster Williams, AKOG Giggity. I'm gonna tell y'all about the twice in my whole life that I've been jacked. All right, the first time I want to say back in '89, me and my best friend Hank, we was coming from his house. We was on the way to my house, so we come up Washington Avenue. We turned on Forest Street, and back then that's where they had this little white building. This sell donuts late at night in Woodson School. Um, my bad, it wasn't for that wasn't Forest Street. That's Robinson Street. So as we walking up Robinson Street, I got a little two shot. How you say that? It's a Derringer. It's with the two shot, the barrel right there. You put the two bullets in and you cock it. That I had that the two shot, the 38 shoot 38, and I was about to shoot it in the air. So this guy walks up, and I had remembered him from back in the day, because his families people stay like right not too far from around, right around the corner from my house on Magnolia and Phillip. Well, he said, so I said, oh, you want to shoot it? He was like, yeah. So I handed it to him. And he mumbled something. He said something. I said, huh? I thought he was saying how to shoot. So I said, well, no, you got to. So he stepped back some. He said, get up the street. I look at Hank. We got up the street. So, we walk. I'm ticked off because I had stole a gun from my homie Patrick from around there. He used to keep the gun stashed under his house because he couldn't bring it in the house and he didn't want his mother to find it. So I had to steal it from him. So now I got jacked out of it, y'all. That's right. I try to be all friendly by double O right, triple OK, get it to the man. I'm thinking he gonna pop it in the air right quick and give him my tool back. But this fool jacks me. He took my thing and told me get up the street. I got up the street. Just like I said, this back in '89 somewhere. I was a little young juvenile, wilding out, but I got wild out. So in '91, the second time I got jacked in 1991, when I broke out of juvenile jail, I had walked my girlfriend home. I had walked up Magnolia Street, and I got on this starter jacket. I never forget. I got this Raiders. I got the Raiders starter jacket on. I got the big Cuban zircon earring in my ear. Some used jeans. The used jeans back in the day with the ballads. Fresh, y'all. Hanging out. I'm in the hallway. She had went upstairs to go do something. Tell her grandma, talk to grandma or something. I see a white car coming through the coming through the driveway. We on the old side on Magnolia Street, but we were in that first driveway. Man, that car come around. So I see it. I ain't tripping because I don't think it, pose a threat. It's a long two-door car. Man, the dude jump out that thing, ran the whole way up with a Tech 9 on and pointed at me. Give it up. Oh, boy, you can have this stuff here. Get on the earring, took the jacket, took my starter jacket. Come to find out this dude was the same dude that it was like about 8 to 10 of us used to go robbing all downtown, all over together. This was him. I was like, I want to say, man, you don't remember me, man? I'm the little dude. But I was like, no, because if I try to tell him you don't remember me, I'm the little dude, let him know I know him, then he might shoot me. Because he's a little older than I was, and he been robbing for a long time. So I gave this stuff up. He jacked me. He just took my little earring and my starter jacket. Back then, starter jacket was popular back then. That's what was going on back then. Those starter jackets. So he got me for my earrings and my starter jacket. That was the second time I had been robbed. But now let me tell you, I peeped this out. 1994. I'm on Washington Avenue, nighttime. I got a SKS with 2 clips on that thing. And I'm in the hallway just leaning on the doorway, just bored this night. I see the guy who jacked me back in 1989, who jacked me on my gun. He walking across the street. He across and he look at me. And we looking. He see that I'm leaning like this here on the doorway, and I got the chopper in my hand on my side. I'm just looking at him. And I'm like, boy, I remember you jacked me back in the day. He looked at me, we looking, he walking, but he keep on looking. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm the one you jacked. I'll just come on across the street and make you tap dance right now. But, I just kept looking at him. He kept looking at me. He kept on walking. But I was like, man, I just didn't feel like making him take a dirt nap that day. I wasn't in the mood for it. So, and I needed to save my stuff for them other boys. Them boys out there meant for me because they was coming through at that time. So, and them St. Thomas. So I spared them, y'all. I went on and let him keep going. I let him step. So I don't know where he at to this day, but if he listens to this, he know what I'm talking about. Because he jacked me in 89. I saw him in 94. In 94, that's when it was, man, listen, 1994, I had a rough year in 94. Now that I think about it, I went to jail for intimidating a witness in January. I went to jail for murder in February. Got out in May. Got stabbed in June, shot in July, back in jail in August for murder again. And got out in January of 95 on probation bond. I caught across the river with a Chrome 45 coming out of Mary Poppins. Stayed in that jail for 6 days. Go to court February. My judge gonna tell me, go ahead and sign that paper. We're gonna turn yourself in. Boy, bye. I'm gonna turn me. You better let me go right now. I got you. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Yeah, oh boy, I seen that boy and spared him. I gave him a pass, y'all. I let him make it. And it was nighttime, and I had two of them things on that thing, ready 4th of July in that project. I don't remember what money was, but I just know it was in 94. I remember that year. I remember that. So I was in the hallway, hoping what you all say the day the op come through that thing, so I can Swiss cheese something, but they ain't ride through that night, and I see him. But like I said, I gave him a pass because he wasn't on my radar at the time. I was young, dumb. I did that goofy stuff by him. Hey, you want to shoot it? Yeah. I put it in the man's hand. He ain't like he had a gun and robbed me out of it. I played myself, right? What y'all say about that? I played myself on that goofy stuff. So, that was a lesson learned. But might get ready to get on out of here. Y'all know what it is. Say no to drugs, stop the violence. I done lived enough of this stuff for all of us. I've done enough time for all of us, man. You out here, enjoy life. Get your life together, man. Get it together, man, before it's too late, man. Don't worry about that peer pressure. Because we all go through it. We all want to impress. We all think we scared what the homies going to say. We think they're going to look down on us if we say, no, I don't want to ride in that car. Or no, I don't want to shoot my gun. Don't do it. Do not do it. Because years later, you can always sit back and say, I remember I turned that down. Now look at them now, they in jail now with a life sentence. Look at them now, they ain't coming home. Look at them, he on the death row, you know. You don't want, if you right now where you got the opportunity to leave this stuff alone, man, leave it alone. Whatever you're doing, illegal, leave it alone. And you're going to be able to hang out with OG Giggity. So we're going to hang out right here, and we're going to just kick it. We're going to reminisce. And we're going to leave it right here on this channel, reminiscing. And after that, we're going to get back to the everyday life. Who is this calling me? We're going to get back to the everyday. Oh, this is the shoe man, y'all. He might got a fresh pair of sneakers for me. Ain't no telling, but I'm about to find out, man. Much love. I'm out. Wah!